welcome back to another video on Gearsaw Studios, and today I'm going to be showing off 23W13A or B, which is the latest April Fool's snapshot, where they've added the ability to vote. That's right, they added democracy to Minecraft. However, before I begin, remember, please like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's investigate. Now, to get a general idea of what's going on here, I'm going on to the Minecraft wiki, where we can scroll around and see what's really going on. Well, a lot of things are added: a sink, cheese, pickaxe blocks, place blocks. Yeah, there's a lot going on. How much? Yeah, there's a little too much. But either way, we can just check in game to see what each individual thing is like. Now, to get a general gist of what this update's like, press V on your keyboard with the snapshot open, and we can see we have a couple of things we can vote on. Piston options, we can have it instead of 12, 4, 1, 11, or 23. If I press vote, then, of course, you voted, and then eventually it will get added. Then, we can do some other things, and, yeah, some things are tied to each other, such as the delay set to 9, but the foliage color in deep lukewarm oceans are now lemon yellow, so kind of like a desert. But you could set it to 1 and just update to 1.20 already, although that's probably a joke right there. Still, there's a lot of things you can do. After getting lost a couple of times in the air, if you ascend to y equals 700, you'll end up on a new dimension, the moon. And it might appear this is just one really long end with some weird generation, but no, it's made out of cheese because of course everybody knows it's made out of cheese. Look, cheese stairs, or vertical slabs. Yeah, we have just about anything, and it can eat the ground. In fact, we even have moon cows here. Yeah, they don't really do much, but hey, it's the moon, and it's completely solid. No caves. There's basically nothing to do here. It's just moon cows and cheese. So I guess you can run around and just never starve and never do anything else though. However, it seems that very occasionally we'll have things known as moon rovers appearing. And it says this is a self-building lunar base. I just pressed that and now some weird stuff is happening. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but yeah, it seems like it's building something. Yeah, I'm just gonna look at this. Well, it seems like this is going on a little much. It's just indefinitely expanding. And now it's turning itself into a structure. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. But now the proposals are coming in, which means things are gonna start happening in the world. With this thing fully manifesting, it's created a new block known as copper splaves. And, well, they don't do much. You break them, and you don't get the item back, and if you touch them, they break. But, of course, the proposals are coming in, and, well, already we can see some of the effects. Somehow I have a foxtail, my head is very large, what have I done? And it's time to make the moon large. Yeah, I am pretty sure this world is not democracy, this is an idiocracy now. But, either way, you can now vote and make your own world completely awful. These proposals kinda suck, I'm gonna be honest. But who cares, it destroys the world, and that's kinda funny. Now, for some of the non-proposal related things, since you have to wait a while, we have potions of big and small, and also Cow's Moonwalk. We can see this cow is affected by Splash Potion of Big 1, while this is Small 1. But, of course, these are effects. And you know what you can do with effects? Yep, we're going to make something very large. And now it fails to render correctly. But we can have an omega-sized cow, or we could do something kind of dumb, such as a tiny wither, if I can even catch it. Never mind about that. Now, I've affected a warden with this just to show what really happens. We now have a tiny warden, and moon gravity is affecting it severely, but aside from that, it's still a warden, which means it still deals way too much damage. So yeah, size is, irrelevant here. It's still just gonna murder you regardless. The longer this world is existing, the more chaotic it gets. I finally figured out why I have a tail for some reason. It's because it's the Trails and Tails update, which, if I stand in one place long enough, it's a grass path, also known as a trail. So I guess this is Trails and Tails. This is not the update I really wanted. And there's also a new command, /transform, and you can turn yourself into whatever, so I can become a blaze now. Unfortunately, this gives you no blaze powers. You're just a blaze, you walk around as a blaze, and that's about it. But otherwise, yeah, the longer this exists, the more chaotic it gets. I can't structure this video, everything is completely random here. Why did Mojang do this to us? Well, the more options I try testing out, the worse it gets. I've enabled something called French mode, so now I have the tricolor, a baguette, which is actually just a reskinned wooden sword, and now suddenly they've taken my helmet and forced me to have a mustache and a traditional French hat. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. This is probably one of the only times you'll ever see my skin without a helmet, but still, I'm not sure what's going on. I tried to keep this channel professional, but what do I even do here? This is... Yeah, I'm just gonna say this. You need to test out each feature. It just gets more and more chaotic. With less gravity enabled, everything starts getting sucked towards the moon. Well, I wasn't expecting this, but in case you ever have a giant moon and entities flying at the same time, well, less gravity, everything's going to fly away. The French zombies, the villagers, anything that doesn't have a ceiling is going to fly away, including me. And this is how you get to the moon dimension without having an elytra, because you'll just get endlessly sucked up until you eventually hit the Y700 barrier, and from there you'll be on the moon. But this is complete chaos. Or one of the more interesting changes you can do, you can enable something called Midas Touch. You are now enchanted with yellow, and anything you touch will have the gold block texture overlaid on it. As you can see, the villager model is now suddenly using gold blocks, same with the skeleton. And anything you walk on, gold blocks. Anything you hold, gold block. You think this is just a log? Nope, now it's a gold block. You can't have anything but gold. Not even the water. You want to take a swim? Okay, I guess you can jump over it, but still. I mean, that's cheating. You can see this is literally just Frostwalker but gold, and you can't have anything but gold anymore. Certainly one of the most changes of all time. Wow, one of the most changes of all time has also appeared. Using the other portal thing, you can now make an Aether portal. I wasn't one of those people who tried making them endlessly. But you can go through, and there's no Aether on the other side. Yep, no more world. You just get put up in the air, and now you endlessly fall until you go back to the ground, where everything is shiny because ray tracing. And of course, Midas Touch just broke the portal. As you can see, this is very much not intended for actual gameplay. Before I remove any other core mechanics of this game, this is the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, remember, please like and subscribe, and go up there and just check the snapshot if you have Java Edition. I'm not covering everything, this is too chaotic, and the ray tracing is a little bright, so you're gonna have to check, and of course, don't forget, press V to vote. You can check everything here. And otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. Gearsaw